You guys, you have no idea how many times I've tried and tried to make this video, and I hope this time is the right take and we're gonna go with it. So just stick with me and be patient. So how the story goes. So this week we are going to go in Democratic Republic of Congo, where we are going to follow up on a story, the Sicomines story. For those who've been familiar with the story, the Sicomine deal was this deal signed in 2008 between the Congolese government and the consortium of a Chinese company. The deal was simple: mine for Chinese company and infrastructure for Congolese government. So 15 years later of the deal, apparently the Congolese government is not really happy about how the deal was implemented. It started in June 2021 when President Tshisekedi wanted to know more about what happened. So since then, there's been numerous reports coming from NGOs, and the latest one came from the State Auditor Office, who last week came out with a report listing a series of violations coming from Chinese company. Basically, at the end, they're asking for $17 billion to be added on the investment portfolio that they were supposed to build in the DRC. So needless to say, Chinese embassy in Kinshasa and DRC and the Sicomine came out with two communiques, and both of them, they really went strong contesting the conclusion of those agreements. The Chinese embassy on their side with the communique, they were quite on the offense with the language. We won't be bullied by the Congolese government. We are ready to protect Chinese companies' interest in the DRC. On the Sicomine side, the communique was quite on the same tone, but they went even a bit further, contesting the competency of the state auditor to do that job and question the deal. And that question even came out among many observers in Kinshasa, wondering if the state auditor has the prerogative to do what he has done about this deal, the Sicomine deal. So this is a story that we are going to follow on. We are going to follow up on this week on the China Global South. We are going to try to understand what's happening. What is at stake here? What may happen? Are we going to see a real change or not? When we see the languages used by both Sicomine and the Chinese embassy, are we really going to see something changing? Are we really going to see a change of tone? Are we going to see a rupture between Chinese company and the DRC government? And even if there is a rupture, which I don't think is going to happen, let's not forget there are many other Chinese deals going on the DRC. So, but basically, this is one of the stories that we're going to follow up on the China Global South project this week. There's also the G20 summit in India that we're going to follow up to see how finally we might see whether or not there's going to be a solution in this stalemate between China and the World Bank and the IMF about debt restructuring in Zambia and Sri Lanka and elsewhere in developing countries. So stay tuned for another video of the China in the Global South this week. Bye-bye.